Yeah, so we're going to discuss the glories of Vrindavan or Vraj today. So thank you very much for joining, and please shower your blessings so that we can remember this great land, great devotees in this land. And the song's name that we're going to go through, this is part two, so we've done something, and we'll do a very quick overview of what we've done so far. But first, we'll sing this beautiful bhajan. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan, Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mahan, Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan, Kalindi Yamuna Jaya Jaya Mahavan, Keshigata Vamsi Bhata Dwara Sakana, Jaha Sabha Lila Koilo Srinanda Srinanda Yashoda Jaya Jaya Gopagan, Shri Damadhi Jaya Jaya Dhenu Vatsagan, Jaya Vrishabhanu Jaya Kirtida Sundari, Jaya Purnamasi Jaya Abhidanagari, Jaya Jaya Gopeshwar Vrindavan Mai, Jaya Jaya Krishna Sakha Bhatu Dvijara, Jaya Rama Gata Jaya Rohini Nandana, Jaya Jaya Vrindavana Vasi Jatajan, Jaya Dvija Patni Jaya Naga Kanyagan, Bhagati Tejara Bhailo Govinda Charan, Shri Rasa Mandala Jaya Jaya Radha Shyam, Jaya Jaya Rasa Lila Sarva Manoram, Jaya Jaya Jwala Rasa Sarva Rasa Sa Parakiya Bhavijaha Prajate Prachar, Jaya Jaya Shri Janava Pada Padma Kuriya Smaran, Vina Krishna Dasa Kohi Nama Sankirtan, Jaya Radhi Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan, Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mahan, Shyama Kanda Radha Kanda Giri Govardhan, Kalini Yamuna Jaya Jaya Mahavan, Keshigata Vamsi Bhata Dwada Sakana, Jaha Sabha Lila Koilo Srinanda Nanda, Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan, Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mahan. Jai Radhe Jai Krishna Jai Vrindavan Ki Jai, Shri Vrajadham Mahim Amrit Ki Jai. And this, the author is very exalted, Krishnadas Kaviraj, who wrote the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So let's quickly go through the words. I think we finished at Dhenu Vatsagan last time. So very quickly we can go through word by word. Jai is very important. When we say Jai, we're saying victory to the exalted person. But actually what we're doing is we're tapping into the good qualities of that devotee, of the Lord. And that will also increase our good qualities and reduce the envy in our hearts. So when we say Jai, it's very important to say it nicely and loudly. So we can quickly do this actually. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Krishnadas Swami Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Parigrahacharya Chittotara Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Parigrahacharya Chittotara Srimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय. नामचारी श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसति गौर भक्तवृंद की जय. श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपिनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद गिरि गोवर्धन की जय. वृंदावन धाम की जय. मथुरा धाम की जय. नवद्वीप धाम की जय. जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय. गंगा मई की जय. यमुना मई की जय. तुलसी देवी की जय. भक्ति देवी की जय. सामवेद भक्तवृंद की जय. बृहद मदंग की जय. हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय. गौर प्रेमानंदे. O glories to some devotees, O glories to some devotees, O glories to O glories to Prabhupada. Very important prayers, because this is where we can destroy our envy by saying Jai. And Radhe, of course, is the eternal consort of Krishna. And she is, of course, the topmost Gopi. She's non-different actually from Krishna himself, just another part of him. And Krishna, the all-attractive one, the original Swayam Krishna. Krishna is tu Swayam Bhagwan. And very interesting how even the letters, each letter, each syllable of Krishna is such an important syllable, such an important word. Vrindavan, land of Vrinda, and Vrinda is Tulsi. Ban is forest. How Vrindavan is Radharani is actually also known as Vrindavaneshwari, Queen of Vrindavan. So actually the ladies control Vrindavan. Even the great souls like Brahma and Shiva, they desire to take birth in Vrindavan. And this was a little idea of Sri Brij Mandal. Vrindavan is in Mahaval, but the 12 forests are here, different places like Raval and so many different other places. Kamawan, Talavan, Govardhan. Govinda, one of the principal temples, 3 principal temples. Govinda is one of them. Govinda is a very important name of Krishna. This is Radha Govindji temple, which used to be 7 stories until Aurangzeb came and destroyed the first 4, the top 4. This is the deity, original deity is in Jaipur, installed by Rupa Goswami. Then the Gopinath deity. And these 3 deities are very significant. Madan Mohan, Govind, Gopinath. Madan Mohan establishes our relationship with the Lord. Sambandha. Govind gives us seva, abhide, and then the goal is given by Gopinath, Krishna Prema, Prayojana. So Gopinath, these were all carved out by Bhajanav, and each one had their own perfection. Gopinath resembled Krishna from the shoulder to the waist. This is Gopinath. Madhu Pandit was the main priest. And then Madan Mohan, Sanatana Goswami, was actually discovered. This deity was discovered by Advaitacharya. But the main person who established the worship in the temple was Sanatana Goswami. from the waist down, this deity resembles Krishna exactly. So Govind is the face, basically. This is Radha Madan Mohan, and currently worshipped in Koroli. But also there's the deity in Vrindavan as well, very beautiful. This is the Madan Mohan temple, so gorgeous. And you can never forget Radha Raman when we talk about Vrindavan. Such an extraordinary deity. Then we got Shyama Kunda, with the wonderful pastime with Radha Kund. And there's no place more superior than Radha Kund. This is from the Nectar of Instruction by Rupa Goswami. Where then is that intelligent person who is unwilling to serve the divine Radha Kund, which is situated at the foot of Govardhan Hill? So hopefully whenever we go to Vrindavan, we should try to always make it a point to go and bathe in Radha Kund. This is Radha Kund, and this is Shyam Kund, very beautiful. This is Radha Kund this side, Shyam Kund this side. In the middle, we have the places where they have the deities of Govardhan. And one can pay obeisances there. Pilgrims every day, they line up to bathe in Radha Kund. Giri Govardhan, best of devotees, but also Krishna himself. Very bewildering. But Govardhan was lifted by Krishna for 7 days, 7 nights. And still is present, although has been cursed to reduce by a mustard seed every year. But still, beautiful Govardhan is still there, visible to our eyes. Kalindi Yamuna. Yamuna flows through Vrindavan. Many beautiful pastimes, like the birth of Krishna, where Krishna came to the Yamuna, touched his lotus feet to the Yamuna, and then Kali was destroyed, or not destroyed, but given a good beating anyway, in the Yamuna. Mahavan is one of the 12 forests of Vrindavan, of Vraj Dham. Many pastimes took place here. Initially, Krishna killed Putana there, Trinivarta, Shakatsura. The name-giving ceremony took place there. They crawled all over Mahavan. They ate, Krishna had the dirt there as well. It showed Mother Yashoda his form. And the Damodar Leela took place there as well. So this is where Gokul is, and that's in Mahavan. It's the temple in Gokul. Chorasi Kambat Mandir. And then Keshigat on the Yamuna, one of the last demons Krishna killed, and is known as Keshav as well. So this is Keshigat. Extraordinary. This is Madan Mohan temple, and this is the beautiful Keshigat. Vamsivata. This is where Krishna, Vamsi means flute, and this is where he played the flute on the night of Sharad Purnima under a tree, and he attracted the gopis. Here it is. Dwadasakanan Jahasabha Leela Koiloshi Nanda. So these are the 12 forests of Braj, very important. Krishna played pastimes in every one of those. And at these places, the son of Nanda performed all his pastimes. Very nice. Nanda Yashoda. You never forget Yashoda Mai and Nanda Maharaj. Jagannath Das Babaji said, if you call out Krishna, he may listen. If you call out Yashoda, his attention will be captured. So, Yashoda Nandan, Nanda Nandan, beautiful names of Krishna. No special, these are very special personalities. Gopagan, cowherd friends of Krishna. Sri Damati is the Radha's elder brother, very intimate friend of Krishna. And Krishna has many groups of friends. Most closest, Sridham, Sudama, Vasudha, Kinkini. These are really close. They're not different from Krishna himself. They're so close to him. Very special. Dhenu Vatsagan. Dhenu means cow. Vatsa means the calves. Vats. And this place is where Krishna began to take the cows into Goku, into the forest run. Very special cows, very special place. Krishna has in his heart for Gomata. He loves Gomata. He can't live without Gomata. But we can't even think about her even once a day. If we can't think about Gomata, then Krishna can't live without Gomata. See how far away we are from Krishna. He has so many pastimes with Gomata. They loved him, he loved them. He knew each one by name. So this is where we came to. Shri Vrishabhanu Jaya Kirtida Sundari. What is the meaning of Vrishabhanu and Kirtida? Vrishabhanu and Kirtida are the mother and father of Srimati Radharani. Kirtida is extraordinarily beautiful. Vrishabhanu is not so tall, but his heart is very large. His skin is of a golden color, eternally 58 years of age, and his beard and hair long. They both love Radharani very, very much. Yashoda heard when this pastime took place on this earth. She heard Kirtida, the wife of Vrishabhanu Raj, had found a girl of exquisite beauty in a lake, but she couldn't see. She couldn't open her eyes. So Yashoda Mai went there with Nanda Maharaj and Krishna. They took many gifts, and when Krishna went up to the baby's cot, she opened her eyes. She had taken a vow that I will come, but you have to be the first person I see. And Krishna fulfilled that vow by being in front of her, and she opened her eyes. Saw Krishna first. Vrishabhanu Tati Navashashi Lekhe Lalita Sakhi Gunaramita Vishake. This is a bhajan written by Rupa Goswami. Very nice bhajan. Rupa Goswami describes that the family of Vrishabhanu is compared to the milk ocean. And from this ocean, the moon has arisen as Radharani. So beautiful a comparison. As the moon, Srimati Radharani has come from the ocean of Vrishabhanu's fortune. The fortune of Vrishabhanu is compared with the ocean. And from there sprung up Vrishabhanu Nandini Shri Radhika. So this is what is explained by Rupa Goswami. Vrishabhanu is a very special personality. Many pastimes actually. Vrishabhanu and Kirtida. When Radharani was away, they could hardly tolerate a moment's separation from her. And they were very good friends with Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mai. In the pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vrishabhanu came as Balad, what was it? I forgot the name now. If anybody remembers the name, please remind me. But anyway, Gadadhar Pandit, who is none other than Radharani, took initiation from him. Very special person.
Pundarika Vidyanidhi Prabhu.
Which one?
Pundarika Vidyanidhi.
Pundarika. Very good. Pundarika
Vidyanidhi. Yeah.
Vidyanidhi.
Pundarika Vidyanidhi.
Vidyanidhi.
Prabhu ki
Yeah,
jai.
well done.
Jai Guru.
Pundarik Vidyanidhi. That's the right. Thank you so much, Surinda. Yeah, really very, very amazing person. He was, on the outside, he looked like a worldly man. Very rich, used to wear very opulent cloth. And one day, Gadadhar went to see him with somebody else. And Gadadhar was thinking, this is just an ordinary person. But then the person with them, he spoke a verse. And immediately, when Pundarik Vidyanidhi heard that, he fell on the floor, fainted. He showed great ecstatic signs because that verse glorified Krishna. And whenever Krishna is glorified, the devotees are stunned. So then Gadadhar realized, this is a special devotee. I made a very bad blunder. I was thinking he's an ordinary person. So he surrendered onto Pundarik with Vidyanidhi. So this is a very interesting pastime. And then Jaya Purnamasi. Purnamasi, really interesting character. She is the mother of Sandipani Muni. Sandipani Muni was a teacher of Krishna at the Avanti. And Krishna stayed there for 64 days, Krishna and Balaram. After Krishna left Vrindavan, and he was instructed by his father Vasudeva to go to learn from Sandipani Muni. So his mother, Sandipani Muni's mother, is Purnamasi. So you can see the importance of Purnamasi, mother of Guru of Krishna. Also, she was a grandmother of Madhu Mangal. Madhu Mangal was a Brahmin friend of Krishna. Very funny Brahmin friend. Krishna would laugh and laugh at the antics of Madhu Mangal. He really pleased Krishna very, very much. And Kundalata. Kundalata is the granddaughter of Purnamasi. She's a disciple of Narad Muni. Kundalata, very special personality as well. Purnamasi is an astrologer. She's also, she's an old lady. That's her eternal look. She makes arrangements for Radha Krishna's loving meetings. But she does not enter the forest. She has the gopis or the mancharis to do that for her. She expands also as Vrinda Devi to enjoy Madhurya Ras with Krishna. Vrinda Devi enters the forest to fulfill the arrangements. She's also Yoga Maya. She's Krishna's internal Yoga Maya, internal energy. Yoga Maya Shakti, which connects the jivas to Krishna. She protects the Dham, decides who can enter and understand. So Purnamasi is a person that we have to actually take shelter of if we want to enter and understand Vrindavan. She's a very special personality. She serves all the Brijbasis. She solves all problems in Braj. And she takes care of everyone there. She has white hair, effulgent golden body. She is slim, always smiling and blessing. She does not eat grains. She only takes milk, buttermilk, and fruits. Day and night she's engaged in service, which is pleasing to all the Brijbasis. This is an idea of Purnamasi. Extraordinary personality. When Shiva came to Krishna, when Krishna was a little child, Yashodamai didn't let Shiva in because he looked a little unusual. Skulls around his neck, ashes, covered by ashes, long hair. So Krishna started crying because he wanted to see Shiva and Shiva wanted to see him. They have a very special relationship. So what happened? Krishna started crying. He couldn't stop. He wouldn't stop. Purnamasi came on the scene and she asked Yashoda, why is he crying? I don't know. Purnamasi asked, has anybody come to see him? Yes, this really strange looking person. And then she was describing Shiva to Purnamasi. Purnamasi said, no, this is very special, exalted personality. You didn't allow him to come in. You should go and beg him to come. That's why Krishna's crying. He wants to meet him. So that's how then Yashodamai went and ran after Lord Shiva, brought him into the house, and they had wonderful darshan. This is the power of Purnamasi. she's like the guru of the Brajbasis in terms of Leela with Krishna. If anything needs to be arranged, she makes the arrangement. She made the arrangement that when Brahma kidnapped all the cowherd boys, then in that 1 year, she made the arrangements for all the cowherd girls to get married to Krishna. Because he'd expanded it himself as all the cowherd boys, he'd married every girl. Extraordinary pastime. Jaya Purnamasi Jaya Abhira Nagari. Abhira Nagari means young cowherd maidens of Braj. Ishvarera Shakti Hayaetina Prakara Eka Lakshmi Gana Pure Mahisi Ganara Braje Gopi Ganara Sabate Pradhan Vijendra Nandanayat Aiti Swayam Bhagavan. The energies, the consorts of the Supreme are of three kinds. There's the Lakshmis in Vaikuntha, the queens in Dwaka, and then the Gopis in Vrindavan. The Gopis are the best of all, for they have the privilege of serving Sri Krishna, the primeval Lord, the son of the King of Vraj. And this is from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, 179. And of these Abhiranagari, Nagari, the primary 8 gopis are considered the foremost of Krishna's devotees, after Srimati Radha. Their names are Lalita Vishakha Champaklata Chitra Tunga Vidyan Induleka Ranga Devi and Sudevi. And here we have them. This is in Mayapur. This is Radha Madhav. Then we have Lalita and Vishakha. And this is Induleka, Ranga Devi, Sudevi. Then we have Champakalata, Chitra and Tunga Vidya. This is one of the most glorious temples in the world, in Mayapur Dham. And these deities are very large. They're around about 7 to 8 foot. And each morning they are gorgeously dressed, not just morning, evening, I think, and served very nicely. Truly extraordinary temple. Jaya Jaya Gopeshwara Vrindavanama Gopeshwar Vrindavanama. So Gopeshwar refers to Shiva, Lord Shiva. He's got a very important role in Vrindavan. He guards Vrindavan to assist in the pastime of the Lord. So one time, Shiva was in Kailash with Parvati, and he heard the flute of Krishna in Kailash, and he came to Braj. He wanted to participate in the Ras Leela. Because if Krishna was playing the flute, the gopis were very attracted and they played the Ras Leela. And Shiva wanted to also enter into the real Leela. But Purnamasi stopped him. You have to be qualified. She guided him to Tulsi. And Tulsi turned him into a gopi. There can only be one male in the Ras dance, and that's Krishna. So Shiva could not enter as male. So she came as female. She was converted into a gopi. And Krishna was dancing, was enjoying. Radha got a little jealous. Who is this gopi that you're dancing with? Krishna said to her, don't you recognize the half moon on his hair? Don't you recognize the snake around his neck? And then Radharani realized, oh, this is not different from Lord Shiva. Later, Krishna offered him, Shiva, the post of Ras Dwar Pal, gatekeeper of the Rasas. And this Gopeshwar Mandir, Mahadev temple, Gopeshwar Mahadev temple, is a very important temple. It's in the heart of Vrindavan. But we go and visit there first. We seek the blessings of Lord Shiva first, before going to any other temple to have darshan. This is very important. Lord Shiva is a protector of the Dham. He can give us permission to enter the Dham. There are 5 personalities who can grant Braj Bhakti. Braj Bhakti is very, very rare. Extremely rare. So these 5 personalities we can bear in mind. Yamuna Devi, the river, the personality. Govardhan, the hill. Brinda Devi, the Gopi. Guru and Vaishnav. And Gopeshwar Mahadev. So we can pray to Lord Shiva, let me have Vraj Bhakti. Vraj Bhakti is what can get us to Golok Vrindavan in the spiritual world. If we have the mercy of the Vraj, then we can enter the secrets of Krishna's pastimes. So this is Gopeshwar Mahadev. Radharani was a little bit annoyed at him or her, but then she recognized him. And this is the deity. It's actually a shivling, but they dress the deity of Gopeshwar Mahadev like a gopi. Truly extraordinary. Every day they dress him like this. I mean, not like this, different dresses. Once while in deep meditation on Mount Kailash, so we can go through this pastime in a little bit more detail. Lord Shiva heard the sweet vibration of Krishna playing his divine flute. Mesmerized, he entered Samadhi. He followed that transcendental sound until he came to Vrindavan, where Lord Gopinath was getting ready to start the Maharas with gopis. Desiring intensely to join the Maharas, the Ras dance, when he came to the entrance at the Ras Stali, he was stopped by Yogamaya, who told him, no males except Krishna are allowed entry. First, you must have Gopi Roop, the form of a Vraja milkmaid, Gopi. Only then you can enter. Lord Bolanath asked, how will I get Gopi Roop? Yogamaya replied, seek the shelter of Vrinda Devi. She will grant you the form of a Gopi. Vrinda Devi asked Lord Shiva to take a dip in the waters of Mansarovar. It's a very special lake in Vrindavan. After bathing there, Lord Shiva emerged from the lake with the form of a beautiful Gopi. Vrinda Devi then took Lord Shiva in her Gopi form to one corner of the Ras Dali. Lord Shiva stood there and prayed to Sri Sri Radha Krishna, getting Prema Bhakti. Then the Ras dance started. Lord Krishna danced with all the gopis. He also danced very elegantly with Lord Shiva, who was disguised as a gopi. After some time, when they rested, the Lord said, I'm not getting the usual pleasure from our Ras. Something is not right. I think there is another man in our midst. Then he asked Lalita to check all the gopis and make sure no man was lurking among them, dressed as one. Lalita Devi went around and lifted the veil of all hundreds of gopis, but could not find any man disguised as a woman. She came and reported to Krishna, I have not found any man, but there is one gopi with 3 eyes, she said, puzzled. Lord Krishna asked her to bring her to him. When the Lord saw the Shiva gopi, he laughed heartily, and addressed him, "O Gopeshwar, I am pleased to see you in the form of a gopi. But you know that the ras is not for grihasthas, householders. Therefore, since you have already participated and fulfilled your desire, I now offer you the post of Ras Dwar Bal, gatekeeper of the Ras. I also give you the blessings that henceforth all the gopis will offer you respects to you and seek your blessings to get gopi power." From that time, Gopeshwar Mahadev has been worshipped in Vrindavan in the form of a shivling in the mornings. In the evenings, the shivling is decorated beautifully as a gopi. That's the deity we saw. Jaya Jaya Krishna Sakha Batu Dvijara. Krishna Sakha Batu Dvijaraj, Krishna's friends, the best of Brahmins, Madhu Mangal, whose nickname is Batu. Batu means big man. Madhu Mangal has a slightly dark complexion. He wears yellow garments and a garland of forest flowers. His father is Sandipani Muni. So grandmother is Purnamasi. His mother is Sumukhi. His sister is Nandimukhi. An expert comedian who always plays the buffoon, Sri Madhumangal, is the constant companion of Krishna. Madhumangal would often eat more than all others, especially laddus, of which he was very fond. Then, after eating more laddus than anyone else, Madhumangal would still not be satisfied. He would say to Krishna, "If you give me one more laddu, then I shall be very pleased to give you my blessings, so that your friend Radharani will be very pleased with you." He was a Brahmin boy, so he would give blessings to Krishna. The Brahmins are supposed to give blessings to the Vaishya, and Krishna was the son of Nanda, so Vaishya. So the Brahmin boy was right in giving blessings to Krishna. As Krishna was very pleased by his Brahmin friend's blessings, he would supply him with more laddus. So this is one of those pastimes. There was one time when they were stealing butter from Gopi's house, and the Gopi came in and caught them. So they all jumped out of the window, and Madhumangal was the last one. He jumped through the window, but he got stuck because he's a big boy. So the Gopas were trying to pull him one side, the Gopis were trying to pull him the other side. It was quite a scene. Eventually, Krishna convinced the Gopis that they've offended a Brahmin because they were trying to catch Madhumangal. And Krishna said to the Gopis, "You should bring some laddus and worship this Brahmin. Seek his blessings and his forgiveness." And the Gopis loved Krishna so much. They did exactly what he said. And Madhumangal was very happy because he got all these laddus that he ate. And he gave lots of blessings. Jaya Rama Gata Jaya Rahini Nandana. Ramagat lies on the bank of Yamuna. Here, it's called Ramagat because of Balaram. He performed his Ras dance here. This is called Ramagat. Balaram has his own set of gopis, not the same as Krishna's. They're different. His mood is a little different from Krishna's. After having stayed in Dwarka for a long time, Krishna sent Balaramji to Vrindavan to relieve the Brijabasis of their intense feelings of separation. Balaram infused new life into the inhabitants of Brijabasis by his presence there. Balaram came here at Ramagat with the gopis to perform his ras dance, but he was completely intoxicated with the Varuni beverage, and he ordered Yamuna to come nearby. but considering him to be intoxicated, Yamuna ignored Balaram's order, and thus displeasing him. Balaram scratched the land near the river of Ramghat slightly with his paw, and Yamuna realized his powers, and she immediately fell at his feet. Yamuna was forgiven. There is a temple of Balaram at Ramghat near the banyan tree where Balaramji had performed his rastas. This is Lord Balaram, very handsome. This is Yamuna Devi coming asking for forgiveness. So I wanted to ask, we can stop there actually. I wanted to ask, has anybody got any comments? Surinder, anything you'd like to add? You always have some nuggets of nectar.
Yeah, I would like to share something, Prabhu. Just a second. Yes.
Yes, please.
Jaya. Sri Nityananda Chandram Patita Sharanadam Gauradam Dam Bhajam. So it is as follows. Yes, a small passage here.
Yes.
Gaudiya Vaishnavas take shelter at three holy abodes. Sri Navadvip Manda, Sri Kshetra Mandal, that is this is Jagannath Puri, Kshetra Mandal, and Sri Vraja Mandal. Sri Navadvip Mandal is best for the Kanistha Adhikari, those who are covered with bad elements, who have just begun practicing devotion. Those who have the lowest qualification are in a greater need of mercy. Those who have not become strong in their practicing life, who have just started practicing Krishna consciousness, can do Sri Navadvip Mandal. This is good for them. Sri Kshetra Mandal, that is Jagannath Puri, is for those who have progressed a little, who have started to practice seriously, and who have no preliminary problems. Sri Vraja Mandal is for those who can remember the pastimes of the Lord, who can serve purely, that is, those who have achieved perfection. These three holy abodes are the main shelters of Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Whichever of the three places one may stay, everyone should practice Krishna consciousness, make an effort, assist the service there. Those who cannot do that, that is, those who cannot take shelter at any of these places or have not got such an opportunity in their life, should then remember the Holy Dham, serve the Holy Dham, help the Holy Dham, then their deficiency that they cannot stay and serve in the Dham becomes compensated to some extent. If you cannot take shelter of the Holy Dham, you can serve by helping the residents of the Holy Dham, the servants of the Holy Dham, and the Dham itself with the funds, collection, etc. Some of your deficiency will be fulfilled through that. That is, you will get some benefit. These three holy places of pilgrimage are the main places for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. There are holy places in South India too. There is nothing wrong with them. Yet, those who wanted to practice Krishna consciousness seriously should direct their vision and service, hankering, and effort towards these three holy dhams. We can also see that from all the three places, all the Guru Varga who are in the line of Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur took shelter of Sri Navadvip Dham. Excuse me, thank you. Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, Srila Gora Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, that is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in this context, Srila Vamsi Das Babaji Maharaj, they all stayed in Sri Navadvip Dham and served there. Gaura Vraja Jane Bheda Na He Khiva Haiba Baraja Bashi. I will see no difference between the residents of Gauda and the residents of Vraja. and I will become a resident of Vraja. This is from Sharanagati, Siddhila Lasa, Song 4. Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj and Srila Gaura Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj served in Kulia. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Sri Godrum. Srila Prabhupada, that is Saraswati Thakur, in Dham, Mayapur Dham. They have much affinity or affection towards Sri Navadvip Dham. It is not true that they were indifferent towards Sri Kshetra Dham and Sri Vraja Dham, but they all established their centers, practiced and served in Sri Gaura Mandal. Those who identify themselves with Gaudiya Vaishnavas, who worship Lord Sri Krishna in strict adherence to the first step of Sri Gaura Sundara, that is Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, find Sri Gaura Dham excellent and quite suitable. It does not mean that there is nothing in the other holy places. However, it is impossible to serve without serving Sri Navadvip Dham. If you find that you have not got this kind of special mercy, then the only thing that you must do is to direct in the agony of sadness all your effort, goal, attention, and vision onto the service of the holy residents of the Sri Navadvip Dham. A holy place is a place where the pastimes of the Lord, the pastimes of devotees take place. Devotees always take shelter of the place where the Lord's pastimes are going on. When those who practice heart and soul, who live by practicing Krishna consciousness, who are smart, skillful, and wise in their service, get to do some service for Sri Navadvip Dham, they consider themselves fortunate. If you want to be clever in your practicing life, you should pay attention to this. It will be good for you. Wherever Gurudev keeps one, everyone must accept and follow it. This means we should follow the instructions of our Gurudev. This implies to every single practitioner, Guru Kripa Hi Kevalam. The mercy of Gurudev is all in all. But those who are clever at their practicing life and service life want to bring satisfaction and happiness to Gurudev. It is necessary to always be conscious what is favorite to Gurudev. For example, Pushpana, Khichdi, and Paramana, these three offerings are given to the Lord. But what does my Lord love? What does he really like? If you know it and can arrange for such things, it is good. Those who are very observant in their service life must always be alert towards such things. Which holy dham is my Gurudev's favorite? If you direct your effort, vision, and attention towards that dham, then your progress will be very quick. Nitai Gaura Premanande, Nitai Gaura Haribol Prabhu. Thank you very much.
That's really nice.
Haribo.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Very good. And it
Thank
shows
you. Thank
the
you.
importance of serving the Brijbasis.
Yes.
It's the secret of actually serving Krishna because that's his family. And we're very fortunate because we have a very nice devotee in Vrindavan who allows us to serve the Brijbasis. So it's very, very fortunate. We're in a very fortunate place at this moment in time. So thank you very much, everybody. Any questions, any comments? Otherwise, we can reconvene.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Kaushalya Maji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, everybody. We can.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you so much. Nice explanation of this beautiful prayer. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Niglika Maji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
We'll finish you off next week. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mr. Saha.
Yeah, he says a service to Navadvip. So what kind of service? We can go there. What kind of service in there? Navadvip or Brujdham?
What we're doing at the moment, some of the gopis, we don't even have to go there. We can do the seva from here. We are doing two things there at the moment. One is we are helping the gopis through the schooling system because there are many families who cannot afford.
Prabhuji, you are breaking.
Sorry? Can you hear me?
I am hearing.
Okay. So, two things that we're doing. One is we are sponsoring gopis to go through the schooling education. Many girls are neglected, and because the families are poor, but they will educate the children, these boys, but not the girls. But we want to give a chance to the gopis as well. Otherwise, their life will be not so nice. So we have this great fortune that we are taking 151 gopis through the schooling system. And we want to increase that to 1,008 next year, if we can. And the second thing we're doing is many villages do not have any drinking water for these Brijvasis. So we're starting to put 13 water wells in the Astasakhi villages in Varsana. And we want to put another 95 of these water wells, so that at least minimum they can have is some drinking water. So this is seva. This is seva to the Brijvasis. If we can please the Brijvasis, if we can do a little bit of service for the Brijvasis, Krishna becomes pleased. And it's only a little seva. So like that we can do many things, Mr. Saha.
Like in Navadvip also, similar something.
Navadvip, similar. But here we have one devotee. His name is Trikalagya Prabhu. And he is very good. He can motivate people, he has a nice team behind him who identify these people who need help and who really deserve or not those who perhaps try to cheat you, because we want to give it to those who really need the help. So he is very good. He will be very thorough with his work. No money is wasted, and everything is accomplished very nicely. So it's good to do this seva when he's with us.
Or also practice there something. Go there, sadhana.
Yeah, go there, but that's hard as well. We won't necessarily understand the Brijvasis. They're Krishna's family, you know. They can behave in a different way, and we will not understand it. Because so to live there with them is a little harder. But we can serve even from here. We don't have to go there.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Brijvasis ki jai, Brij Dham ki jai, Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki jai, Radharani ki jai, Thai Gaura Premanand.